Won't you please join me in the great invocation? From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let's discuss the Great White Brotherhood. Is there a secret Great White Brotherhood? If so, what is it? How does it differ from a secret Black Brotherhood? These are all pertinent questions we can and will carefully explore now together. First, know that the great spiritual hierarchy known as the Great White Brotherhood most certainly does exist upon Earth. It has existed down through the ages on other matured planets long before Earth emerged as a light in the heavens. Am I a conscious member of this group? Are you? No. Furthermore, that alongside this great band of holy spiritual beings, the Black Brotherhood also lives and works with equal passion and value for the material or the satanic way of life. These two brotherhoods are inseparable at universal or individual levels. One balances and counteracts the other in the same way as the male and female principles interacts to balance the male and female forms. Both are equally divine. Both forces, good and evil, high and low, right and wrong, etc., throughout the third dimensional duality are direct projections from the one creator source. This duality exists in all of us who are extensions or expansions of the one God who presides over our universe. Duality exists in you, in me, and in every small or large particle of manifest existence. Every iota of our universal manifestation is God created, God conditioned, and God extended. Co-creators, you and me at our individual levels, also have a dual level of being and consciousness. We are both spiritual and material. One without the other cannot exist. In 3D reality, duality is necessary for consciousness and growth of life. Duality is within and without, inside and outside, all bodies in time and space. Light and dark, white and black are the two primary forces of nature. The interaction between these dual natures is what gives life meaning, direction, and purpose. These three primary aspects of life are relative as applied to one side or the other. The purpose of spirit is evolution, upward motion. The purpose of matter is involution, downward motion. Thus, the lowering centripetal swirling toward a self-centered state of life or selfishness is the natural direction and purpose of the Great Black Brotherhood and their minions or agents. Conversely, the uplifting centrifugal decentralization of life or altruism is the right direction and purpose of the Great White Brotherhood and their agents. In addition to your study of these materials in this presentation, I suggest you obtain 3 other books to read to understand and see how you fit into this sacred spectrum of consciousness and being. The Secret Doctrine of the Ancient Mysteries, Science of the Secret Arcane Doctrine, and The Secret Science of White Magic, the Science of the Soul. Both selfishness and unselfishness are divine aspects of creation. There is no one on earth who has not experienced the dark side as well as the light side of life. It is all a matter of relativity. The question that any point of life in form, you, me, or any other greater or lesser being must ask is this the right way for me? For to go contrary to self-development is the only sin. To thyself be true. A baby, simply by law, cannot exhibit altruism. It must first exhibit selfishness. Only when the self is strong and secure can the I am life fragment identified with that goddess self or God self move out of its small haven of refuge, of small self into the big world outside of group self, God self, etc. Yes, be assured that from the highest and greatest stars in the heaven down to earth, the Great White Brotherhood exists. There are white and black and light and dark forces in hierarchical form throughout all the endless planetary heavens and the earths. It is an immutable divine law. The greater controls the lesser. This law is fixed into place and never can be broken. It has been ordained, set forth by the one God of creation. The creator source never loses control of its threefold self, the Trinity. These three gods, in turn, following law, control the seven gods. The seven control the 49 gods, and so on down to our own universal God. Likewise, our planetary deity, Earth, is controlled and depends on her life source from our solar logos, our radiant sun. However, our own parent lodge, Father in heaven, is not our material solar sun, but the sun Sirius. It is Sirius who fathered our consciousness and our very soul. The star Sirius is the parent lodge of our Great White Brotherhood on earth. It is Sirius that transmits that mysterious electrical impulse to all earthly forms and kingdoms, which evokes that desire for freedom within each and all of us. It is this basic desire for freedom that speeds your and my evolutionary progress. It is this basic note of the desire for freedom that rings through the consciousness of every member of the Great White Brotherhood. The freedom to be gained is not merely for self, but for all. There is definitely a growing new band of spiritual men and women gathered who comprise the Great White Brotherhood on earth. This constitutes members, both incarnate in their human form and incarnate who are not in their human form. These members are from all nations, races, and creeds on earth. All of them have transcended national, racial, and religious limitations. The members of the Great White Brotherhood are very physically real. Some of them walk unrecognized in our midst. They are all busy at world salvage, at reconstruction, and the salvation of humankind. There is a definite hierarchy on earth of these members. Sanat Kumara, the God in whom we live and move and have our being, is our head planetary representative and presides over our earth hierarchy. He rules, but divides his rule between three departmental heads, the Manu, the Christ, and the Mahakohan, the great Kohan. These three great masters preside over the affairs of government, religion, and the business functions of earth, respectively. The membership on earth itself consists of disciples and initiates of all ranks up to Sanat Kumara himself, who is an initiate of the 9th degree. The Great White Brotherhood consists of average human beings like you and me, who through meditation and divine service have transcended narrow thinking and ignorant self-seeking. The door to membership stands wide at all times. You alone can bar yourself from entrance and from the joy of a working membership in this great hierarchy upon earth. Thereby, drop all your antagonisms, apply harmlessness to every life situation, stand above and command your personality to serve, not to be served. Namaste. Namaskaram.